Okay, so this is a quick setup guide for my Redux source on APVP. It runs version 5065 of Conquer. So you're going to need a couple things in order to get started. You're going to need a full install of Mysql. I recommend downloading it directly from their website and not using a redistribution such as App Server, XAMPP, anything like that, simply because it will not work in most cases. Once you have that done, you need to download and extract the source. You will have a database backup in here, dated whatever day the upload was done. In this case, you're going to go in, create a new database. In this case, I'm calling it for vid. You're going to execute SQL file, and you're going to browse to wherever that backup is. In this case, it's going to be in for video, Redux, and then database backup September 26th is the most recent one. And you're going to let that run through. It should give you no errors. If you do get an error, it means that your SQL is not set up properly. Most common one being InnoDB not enabled. That means that, surprisingly enough, InnoDB is not enabled. Pretty simple. To create an account, you go into Accounts, add in a username and password. And if you want GM on the account, you set the permission to 5. Done. It's created. Once that's done, you're going to go into Redux, bin, and debug. You're going to see a number of different configuration files in here. You're going to need to create two. You're going to need to create an INI file and a cfg.xml file. I would suggest just copying these two, pasting them, and renaming them to whatever your PC is called. So in this case, this would be something like that, your machine name.cfg.xml and your machine name.ini. You're then going to edit the database name, source path, username, and password. You're then going to open up the INI file and set your local Hamachi or external IP address in here, as well as whatever server name you'd like, although that does not make any difference. Once that's finished, you're going to open up your 5065 Conquer. You're going to use Conquer Loader and put the same IP address and same ports in here. Make sure those ports match up because they did change between old and new patches. Once that's finished, you are going to open up your client and open up a copy of the server. In this case, I'm going to open up the solution and debug it. You should not get an error. You may have to enable the firewall, and it's going to say server name ready to log in. Once it says that, you can go ahead and log in. What was the account we created here? Actually, I'm not going to be able to use that because it's still referencing my old database. So I'm just going to log in with test. There'll be a slight delay while the server loads all the spawns. And you'll notice that you are then able to walk around and essentially play the game. It's not a finished server, but there's a lot of content working already. If you're wondering on commands, surprisingly enough, they are in commands.cs. These are all of the commands, and you can view how they're used by just right-click, go to definition, and you'll see the structure of how they're set up. That's pretty much all you need to know for how to set up this source. It's very, very simple to use, and hopefully you guys will start coding and releasing some features for it. I just hope you enjoy. Bye.